All right, this video is going out to all individuals out there that, of course, it is our nature in this business of trading futures to make money. No matter what market you trade, it doesn't have to be futures. It could be Forex or options or whatever you trade, stocks. But overall, we are in this business to make an income. You know, whether you do it full-time or part-time. Maybe you're someone that's new just watching this video, and maybe you are just kind of figuring out how can I get started. And you don't have the income. You know, I mean, not the income, but you don't have the capital to really get yourself started. I believe in that you have to put a certain amount of money away, all right? And you should know by now, if you've done some homework, that each market has a certain margin. And you have to meet the threshold of that margin per contract to be able to trade. And you just don't want to get in putting in the minimum. You want to have some overage. You want to have some buffer in the event, because trust me when I say this, you are going to have losing trades, all right? Especially if you're someone that's new and you haven't perfected a strategy and have a plan put in place. You know, I've talked about all this stuff before in videos, but this video is not about that. This video is about taking payouts from prop firms. How long are you looking to really try to stay in that game of just using them as your in all of taking payouts? I mean, if you're really doing that and you have no focus or goal in mind to actually fund your own account, then there's a problem. There's a major issue there because you should have already by now, if you're taking several payouts, funded your own personal account. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using prop firms. I've never used them. I don't know much about each one of them. I'm only learning and hearing as through things that I see on the internet and even through the Discord community. I know a lot of individuals trade and use prop firms as a means of passive evaluations to try to get funded to make some money. And I hope it's your end all goal to fund your own personal account. But please do yourself the biggest favor. Do not, put all your eggs in one basket thinking that these corporations or these businesses, because I don't know if they're, I don't know how they're incorporated, whatever the case is. But anyways, because it's a number of them, all right? There's a number of them out there, okay? You've got Topstep, you've got Apex, you've got My Funded Futures. There's a list of them out there that in which you can use to try to get funded and trade futures, right? And again, I hear some beautiful things about some and not so about others. And then, the ones that I did hear good things about, then, starting to have issues, that I hear from other traders. And, just recently in the media, there's been some talk about a quote unquote, prop firm out there, which I'm not going to, give the name of because, I truly don't like to speak on things that, I really don't place a lot of emphasis in, okay? Meaning that I'm not going to bash anyone. I never got into this business to bash anyone or any business as a whole. I just speak, about the things I use personally in my own personal experience and how I trade. And that's why I've created this platform using YouTube, all right, and making this valuable video content to put out to individuals because I want to see people become profitable. And yes, you can if you truly know what you're doing. That's the problem. A lot of people, they spin the wheels and they still haven't found perfected structure of the market and be able to read the market. And if you don't, then you're just going to continue struggling. You're going to continue spinning the wheels. But again, this video is not about going into market structure and price action and the strategy and the trading plan. It's just simply here. I'm simply here to tell you that if you are making money through prop firms and you are simply taking payouts, at what point are you going to just stop and say, it's time that I need to start funding my personal account? You should have done it day one. Your first payout should have been a means of putting away into savings, all right? And that being a fund that you're going to use to fund your personal account. It's no different than when I first started trading and I was, putting it away into savings money into a pot that I could use in my own personal money for trading. It's the same thing. It's just the difference is it's actually a little better because you're not having to take your own money to put in a pot. You're taking money through the means of passing a challenge or evaluation and proving to, these entities that you are a good trader and that you can trade, and they're going to give you a gateway to be able to make some money. A lot of them, allow you to keep 90% and they take 10%, whatever at the end of the day is. If they're paying you something out, then put that money away. do not try to live off that money or think that you're going to retire, not say retire, that you're going to quit your job and continue using a prop firm to really be your end all and pay your bills at the end of the day. Okay? If you want to step away from, a job that you may have that you put in, or you're getting ready to retire, or you're already retired, but and you turn into a prop firm organization to take a few payouts to get started and to fund an account because you simply don't have the means or the capital of your own, or you don't have, let's say, you haven't taken overtime to build up a account just for trading, and you want to get into it and you're trying to get into trading as fast as you can, then I guess prop firm is going to be, one of those prop firms is going to be one of your best ways to quickly take a few payouts if you can pass the challenges, okay? But don't depend on them and put all your eggs in one basket and just use the prop firms to simply be your way to make an income or make a living going forward. You've got to depend on yourself. If you haven't personally funded your own account yet, then you haven't proven anything to your own self. That's what it is all about. I mean, any professional trader, any experienced level trader that, will tell you that most have used their own funds. So that's where you got the skin really in the game, is when you really you're using your own funds, not some funds that you receive from a payout from a prop firm organization or entity. And that's fine. But if you're doing that, be a lot smarter. Take that money and start funding your own account. Okay? Because that pool of money, wherever you're getting it from, at some point may dry up. We don't know. We've seen a lot of stuff going on in the media pertaining to or surrounding these prop firm organizations, and some of them are dropping like flies, and they may all, at some point. Okay? So I'm telling you this for a reason, because if you really want to make it and be a experienced level trader, and you really are interested in doing this for the long run, then fund your own account starting today. All right. There are things that are going on in the media, and it could be next week. You may see something different, and the week after, things may start unraveling really quick. And then if you're someone that's using prop firms, where are you going to get that money from going forward? You're going to be forced to understand and know that now I've taken a few payouts. I wasn't smart enough to put my money into a trade, my personal account. And now the honey hole has really dried up, and the doors are shut. You have no one to turn to. So you're going to have to take your own capital, which means if you don't have the capital, you're going to have to find a way to save real quick if you want to continue trading. If not, everything you've learned and put into trading is going to have to be put on the shelf until you can save money. Simply put, okay? So a lot of people are living or surrounding themselves around fear, because they figure, I guess, the fact is that, I use the means of going through a prop firm and look for some payouts. Yep, and there's the risk of, if I blow my account or blow that account, I'm not blowing my own personal money. In a sense, I really didn't have much to lose because I didn't come into it with anything. You came into it with the knowledge and understanding of how to trade. So if you have that and you know how to really trade, then what are you scared of? Step into the markets real time with your own capital. That's when you know you're going to have the real skin in the game and to be able to succeed or not. That's why I dislike the idea of prop firms, but at the same time, I think it's more so like a crutch in a sense, because I believe that, at any given point, you can blow a account. You cannot pass the evaluation, and you just put more money back into it, a few dollars, whatever the a is. Not like taking a few $1,000s and starting off and putting it to your first personal fund account. It's like dropping money into a slot machine. I'm going to take the risk. I have some experience. I know a little bit about trading, and if I pass it, I'm going to look forward to a payout. But if I lose and I blow that account, I can re-up and start over again. With your own personal funds, it's not that easy, is it? Okay? So I'm here to tell you that the real skin in the game that's going to really prove the definitive test, are you really good enough to really carry through and do this long term, or whether you want to do it part-time or full-time, is to take your own money, your own capital, and put it into your account and trade that way. All right. Then you get the real feeling what it's like to either, be successful or find out that, hey, I don't know as much as I really do know, and I just kind of been gambling this whole time, and I really probably don't know how to read the market the correct way because I'll pass the evaluation once or twice, and then I'll lose again. That means you're spinning wheels. That means there's something that you're not understanding, and you're not being able to stay focused, and you really you don't understand how to trade it the correct way. All right? To be honest with you, and I'm telling you, you don't need all these crazy indicators. I've been saying this. You really need to focus in on how to read the charts and looking for high probability setups and wait patiently for those setups. But again, take the crutch away. This is where a lot of people are going to fail at. Take the crutch away, which could be the prop firms. If they fail tomorrow and they're no longer in existence, what are you going to do then? Okay? If you've taken the money from payouts and used it as a means to pay other things or take vacations or do whatever you're going to do, but you fail to fund your own personal account, you have no one to blame but yourself. I think two things to come out of good about the prop firm route is that, yep, it really is going to test you to see how much you really know, and it's going to give you the exposure real time to see if you can truly make it and for how long. Okay? Again, if you could do it for months on end, and you're profiting, then you know you're on the right track. You know you're doing something right. And go ahead and take the payouts, but slide them over to your personal account and start a brokerage account of your own. Stop just taking the money and stashing it and not doing anything with it, but blowing it by buying, frivolously, by buying crazy stuff or things that you really don't need when you really need to start your own trade and your own funding account. I scratch my head when I see people say they're going to start a funding account, but they haven't done it yet. What's going on? It's like, take the funds that you're making from the prop firm, which is the smartest move that you can do, okay? Because they may not be here tomorrow. We all know how businesses are. We see them built up and we see them torn down. So take what you're getting and start your own personal account. That's my best piece of advice I could give you. If you're someone, especially if you're someone that knows how to trade the right way, why haven't you done that already? That's just craziness. I mean, seriously, I don't. It's besides me. I don't know if it's a psychological thing. You got something going on upstairs that you need to iron out, but you need to figure it out real quick because tomorrow is not given, and you may not have the chance tomorrow to get another payout. Is what I'm trying to say. Be smart about the money that you're taking away and do the right things with it. That's how smart people get ahead. Okay, that's how rich and wealthy people get ahead. They've made the money. They've built the business and the model, so now they know what to do with it next. Okay? Once they go about talking about and saying to themselves, hey, if I get here based on the work I put in, then I'm going to take what I can get from it and I know how I'm going to reinvest it. Be smart in that manner is all I'm saying. But that's all I want to share with you guys today. This is not a trading video or a rundown or a breakdown or me going through the markets. I just want to talk some common sense. Some logical sense to say, hey, this is real stuff. Okay? If that crutch is gone tomorrow, what are you going to do? I'll leave it at that. Anyways, I appreciate everyone that tunes in and watches the video. I don't know how I'm going to be more real than that, but tunes in and watches the videos on the daily. Thank you for doing so. If you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking on the sub button down below. I definitely appreciate it. If you're interested in becoming a Discord member, the link is down in the description. It's free of charge. Click on it, invite yourself in, come over and join us on the Discord. But outside of that, yeah, this is the weekend. It's Friday. I took one nice trade this morning, short in the market. I mean, the market's been selling off. The economic news that came out this morning was not good, so the market, it did what it did. And of course, there's other things that are going on in the media that are stirring things up, I'm sure, too. And traders and people are reacting to that as well. But be safe in the markets. Trade smart, okay? Trade what you see. Trade based on high probability setups. Be patient as well, okay? But definitely, I appreciate everyone that tunes in. If you found value in today's video and it kind of woke you up a little bit, it shook you up to say, yeah, I understand. Yep, I should have been doing this a long time ago. Let me do it right now. Take advantage of it while you can. Drop a like on the video, all right? I appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see everyone next week.